What's up, family? My name is Trail, and happy Memorial Day. I hope you guys enjoy your time off from work and get to spend time with your loved ones. But for some people, it may be a little bit challenging as gas prices have hit another new record high. But in the meantime, we do have some interesting news to discuss today. Starters, $1,000 child tax credits have now been approved. This is going to be available for thousands of people. In addition, calls for an investigation is being requested in regards to the school shooting in Uvalde, Texas, where President Biden visited over the weekend. And last but not least, the old Build Back Better Agenda Act is back on the table now for discussions after Senator Joe Manchin has stated that he is now ready to open the door again and potentially support negotiations on passing this legislation. I'm going to tell you guys all about it, but first, as a quick reminder, on this channel, we cover everything from what's going on around the world with the stock market, with the war in Ukraine, as well as multiple daily news stories around the world. So if you are interested in any of these topics today and you want to be a part of this channel, be so kind and go ahead and subscribe to it. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel. Now let's go ahead and start with the video. Okay guys, real quick, I wanted to tell you about a new promotion that just started a few weeks ago. Webull, which is an amazing trading platform where you can buy and sell stocks on the stock market. Well, they have just increased their previous promotion and now they are giving out 6 free stocks. All you have to do is sign up using the link down below and then deposit just $1. And they are going to be giving you 6 free stocks. Now, the first 2 stocks can be valued up to $300 each. And the 4 remaining stocks can be worth up to $3,000 each. So if you are super lucky, that can be worth up to $12,600 in this promotion. Now guys, this promotion does end on June the 9th. So if you're interested in free 6 stocks, you want to go ahead and do it right now before that promotion ends. But anyways, guys, that link will be down below. Yes, guys, it's Memorial Day weekend, and yes, record high prices at the gas pump still remain the same. Right here, record high Memorial Day gas prices are stinging consumers as well as impacting their travel. Now, gasoline prices have hit a new record high of $4.60 per gallon ahead of Memorial Day weekend, and they have already made some drivers cut back on their travel. Now, analysts do say the gasoline prices usually peak around this time in the mid of May, but this year's prices at the pumps could continue to rise until early July, as well as reach about $5 per gallon of gas nationwide. That is crazy, guys. I really do hope that this does not get to $5 as far as a nationwide price tag, but it does look like we are headed in that direction. But anyways, guys, I hope you guys have an amazing Memorial Day weekend. Moving on, guys. Nancy Pelosi, well, not just her, but her husband ended up getting arrested over the weekend on suspicion of driving under the influence. This ended up happening in California. Now, just to remind you guys that her husband, which his name is Paul Pelosi, is an 82-year-old man, and he is the husband of the House Speaker, Nancy Pelosi. He was arrested this weekend on suspicion of this driving under the influence. Now, Pelosi was taken into custody on Saturday in Napa County, which is north of San Francisco. He could face charges including driving under the influence and driving with a blood alcohol content level of 0.08 or higher, according to the reports. Now, I'm sure that he will get off on these particular charges considering who his wife is in regards to Congress and being the House Speaker, which we all know that she has a ton of power, in which his bail was actually set around $5,000 for the 2 misdemeanors that he ended up facing over the weekend. But we'll just see exactly what type of community service he has to do in regards to these DUI charges. Moving on, guys. President Biden, as well as the First Lady, they ended up traveling to Uvalde, Texas over the weekend in order to meet with those families who ended up losing their loved ones to this mass shooting. It says right here, and you can see in this graphic image where the president and his wife were putting down flowers at Robb Elementary School. And yes, guys, This is tragic news, as we've talked about previously on this channel, and I will encourage all of you to continue to keep those families in our prayers during this particular time. And yes, guys, this has heated up the battle on the campaign trail, as well as during the midterm elections, as well as all over the United States, in regards to whether or not guns should be outlawed or either banned or even have some tighter restrictions in regards to 18-year-olds being able to buy and purchase a automatic weapon. But yes, guys, that will continue to be what this country faces right now as well as in the future until something is done. I don't know if you guys support or do not support this particular notion in regards to preventing 18-year-olds from buying automatic weapons without having any training whatsoever. It is a sticky subject depending on what side you are on, whether the Republican side or whether the Democratic side. But I think we all can agree on that these types of mass shootings, especially on our children, does not need to happen, guys. We do need to do something, whether it is to put our military forces on every school in America, or we need to just ban automatic weapons altogether. But anyways, guys, we won't touch on that subject any further. We will go ahead and move on. But in other news, guys, hey, Joe Manchin, we do have some good news, because Senator Joe Manchin, as you recall, he is the one that ended up ending the Build Back Better agenda bill back in December. And yes, guys, it looks like he could now be flipping once again and ready to support this bill. According to this article on Yahoo News, it does say that Joe Manchin could agree to a Build Back Better bill that keeps most of Donald Trump's tax cuts in place. Yes, guys, it says that Senator Joe Manchin, who has once expressed his willingness to discuss a reconciliation package, he told Axios that his talks with Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer have been encouraging over the past few days. And Manchin, he seemed willingly to compromise on hiking taxes, something that could win over Senator Christine Sinema. So yes, guys, for over a year, Democrats have feuded over President Joe Biden's proposed social and climate spending package. And at the center of the debate stands two centrists, Senator Joe Manchin and Senator Christine Sinema, who have both shot down the efforts towards passing the Build Back Better plan, ranging from aggressive prescription drug prices as well as monthly checks for parents, which we'll talk about that in just a moment, guys. But yes, this is some very good news, as Senator Joe Manchin officially states that he is now ready to support the Build Back Better agenda, or at least to support the negotiations towards passing that piece of legislation. And it also says right here that the Democrats see some progress from Manchin in his last-ditch talks on Biden's economic agenda. It says that some expect a potential bill could raise roughly $1 trillion in revenue, as well as to spend about $500 billion, though the senators' discussions could still be apart. And yes, guys, this does look very promising, as, like I said, guys, Senator Joe Manchin is now reaching out to lawmakers such as Chuck Schumer, saying that he is ready. He is ready to go ahead and sit down and start the negotiations and the discussions all over again to see if they can get some type of common ground to go ahead and get this bill passed in the near term, especially before the midterm elections. And we also see in this article right here where it talks about the GOP's two favorite Democrats are trying to turn their credentials into a guns deal. Yes, guys, this could be in addition to Senator Joe Manchin as well as Senator Christine Sinema being able to support the Build Back Better agenda bill if they can go ahead and throw a new piece of legislation in this bill, which is related to the guns in this country, especially after these mass shootings in Buffalo as well as in Texas that happened over the past 30 days, guys. So this could be some promising news moving forward if Senator Joe Manchin holds his ground and go ahead and stand strong as far as supporting this Build Back Better agenda bill. I'll keep you guys posted as usual. But in other news, guys, in regards to the guns deal, yes, guys, it does say here recently a piece of gun reform legislation did pop up once again after these mass shootings have just happened, and it looks like the Senate GOP have officially blocked the domestic terror bill, which was a piece of gun reform which had restarted over the past Buffalo and the Texas shootings that happened in this country. It does say right here that the Senate Republicans on Thursday blocked a domestic terrorism bill that the House passed earlier this month in response to a racist mass shooting that happened in Buffalo, New York. Now, this Domestic Terrorism Prevention Act, unlikely to progress any further, would create government offices to report on white supremacy and neo-Nazi groups. Now, Republicans say that there are plenty of laws in existence to prosecute white supremacists and that the current bill would give too much power to the Justice Department. So this is just one of many bills that are sitting right now in Congress trying to get passed in relation to guns reform. But we all know that the NRA in this country has a huge and strong support for, especially on the GOP side. So it's really hard to pass some of these gun laws that have been sitting in Congress for over nearly a decade. But yes, guys, after these mass shootings in Buffalo and Texas have just happened, these gun reform laws could be turning around once again. But anyways, guys, we'll just have to see on how all of this plays out in the near future. But moving on to some stimulus update news, guys. Hey, we do have some great news because child tax credit, guys. Yes, $1,000 child tax credits have just been approved for thousands of Americans. It does say right here that some families will qualify for a child tax credit payment worth up to $1,000 after a recent tax cut package was signed into law last week. It says that families who qualify will see the payments benefit over 30,000 children, and families who qualify will need to meet certain criteria to be eligible. Now, it does say that the income threshold to qualify is $125,000 or less for the year. Now, the package is worth $40 million, with most of it going towards the child tax credit, and $50 million was originally suggested by the House of Representatives, but the Senate counter offered a suggestion of $36 million. Now, out of $36 million, $22.5 million would have gone towards the child tax credit, but the bill also has a tax relief for other populations, which is low-income workers, caregivers, student loan residents, retired residents, and those with military pensions will see benefits from this new plan. And the emergency payments from the state of Vermont are modeled closely to ones from the federal government during the pandemic. Now, this bill will help thousands of Americans that are still struggling amid the inflation in this country. So again, guys, $1,000 child tax credits has been approved for the state of Vermont. And hopefully we see that the other states implement these $1,000 child tax credits in the near future. But anyways, guys, hey, I hope all this information in this video was helpful to you today. Anyways, guys, hey, that's all I have for you today. Now, if you enjoyed this type of content and you want to see more, hey, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. It's totally free. And if you end up liking today's video, then go ahead and hit that like button for us. It really helps out this channel, as well as it tells YouTube to share this video with others. But anyways, guys, hey, I appreciate you guys stopping by and watching, and I hope to see you on the next video. Peace.